Alright, what's up guys? So, Ray has uploaded another Trisha Paytas video. This one's titled All the Tea Trisha Paytas Spilled on the Zach Sang Show, plus iPad giveaway. So, yeah, this giveaway, I don't even know when exactly this giveaway ends, but if it's still going on, then hey, be a part of it. Overall, win yourself an iPad and things. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out this video, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Hot Tea, Ray Rahimi, and Build Your Pocket. And the three channels I want you guys to subscribe to, because those are the channels that my friend Ray is on, or she owns, like they're her channels and stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Oh, no,
Today we are doing yet
we
another iPad giveaway. If you are new to this channel, we did one of these last year. The winner received her iPad in August. She loved it. It had like one of those little engravings on it. But if you don't want one of those, obviously, if you win it, you can message me and be like, don't put the engraving on it if you want to sell it or something. Entering the giveaway is super easy. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, and then comment down below your Instagram username and that you're entering the giveaway. The winner will be announced in 2 months.
That's what I'm like. I know people would be like, why won't you do it? You should do it. See, here's the thing. I remember when I was a kid, I went like months without playing a PlayStation 3, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on with me. I know for a fact, I'm like, look, I got a phone. That's it. That's all I need. And I'm like, plus I'm friends with Ray, so I'm like, it would feel weird to like win the giveaway, and I'm like, and then I know people they were like, oh, the giveaway was rigged, she gave it away to a friend and stuff. So that's why I'm like, I'm leaving it up to other fan, because I feel like I think I am the only one really reacting to Ray's videos and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, I just, Ray's my friend. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want it. I don't want an iPad. I'm like, I'm having a little rivalry with Apple products right now. So, but I'm saying like, hey guys, do your thing, win an iPad and stuff for that iPad fans out there.
Month's time in this channel. So yeah, you just gotta be on the lookout. Obviously, it goes without saying that if you unsubscribe or unfollow, then you're out. But yeah, good luck to everybody. Bye-bye.
Watch her send it to me anyways. I'm like, I'm not taking the iPad. I'm beefing with Apple.
Well, we literally are partners in life, so 50-50. Or 55-45, whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
So none of this for money.
I mean, I'm not making any money off of it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas once again. We're going to talk about Trisha being a guest on the Zach Sang Show. Trisha's also trolled in their most recent video. Also, a few things have been dug up again about Trisha and Moses' relationship. And we have a few compilation clips of Trisha contradicting themselves. I hope you aren't sick of videos about them, but they've been in so much drama lately, it's unreal. But before we get into all of this, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications on. Give this video a thumbs up and comment anything you want down below. Alright, let's get into the tea. If you guys don't know the whole Frenemies ending saga, make sure to check out my videos. So Trisha went on the Zach Sang Show. They talked about Trisha's band Sad Boy 2005, David Dobrik's return and Trisha's thoughts on it, and obviously talked about Frenemies. Trisha started off by saying that there should be a trigger warning since she always triggers people no matter what she says, which is true, at least you are aware of that, Trisha. Then they downplay on what actually happened on the last episode of Frenemies. They say that they disagreed on something, that Ethan got pissed, then she got pissed. By the way, the interviewer was very straightforward and actually was very aware of the situation. He didn't seem to believe every single word Trisha would say, and he actually caught her on some of her contradictions. Moving on, Trisha said in their mind that they handled themselves really well, not calling people names, which is a lie. Maybe throughout the episode, she didn't call Ethan anything bad, but in the movie-long videos that she uploaded on the situation, Trisha called Ethan a liar, lazy piece of trash, hypocrite, even making a narrative that he sexually harassed them. After that, Trisha continues to downplay and disagree what Ethan had issues with. Her making fun of his Tourette's and fetishizing Jewish people. Then she makes it seem like she is the victim because Ethan called her fat and crazy.
All these things were just like always banter.
It's crazy when people do stuff like that. Like, I know, like, if for those that have been subscribed to me, or if you've just recently subscribed to me, you probably wouldn't have known about the beef that I was in like some years ago. But yeah, pretty much like same thing. Like, I had somebody come after me and overall start making fun of me and things, and then when I flipped it back on them, they're like, oh my why would you say that to me? Why would you? And then they ended up like flipping out my comment section and things. I'm like, man, it's just content creating can be a completely like just crazy place. Like that's why I'm like, man, I'm just here to entertain people. I'm like, all the beefing and the drama and all of that. I'm like, if it involves my friends, that's really it. But anything else, I'm like, I really don't care for it. You know, like that's why I think that's what people they wonder why I react to Hot Tika. I'm like, well, I think I said in the last video, she's my friend. So and then if I like if yeah, and it's if I were to like honestly like be a part of any beefs, it would, you know, well, it ain't really a beef going on with Trisha Paytas and Ray, but if it was, that'd probably be the only time I would chime in and, you know, help out and stuff. And anything is like Trisha Paytas would have beef with freaking, I don't know, Keemstar. I'm just like, all right, I will watch, but I don't care. So
And so for him now to be like, oh, I didn't like when she made fun of my Tourette's, it's like he knew it was a joke, and now he's like using it against me, and I was like, that's some, because like I always took when he called me fat, whatever. I was just like, that's just what we do, you know? Like I don't know.
Meanwhile, she's done that as well to him, making fun of his weight, mocking his mental illnesses. Oh, and not to forget the many times Trisha would talk out of their ass that him and Hila don't have a loving relationship, or the times where she would make comments about both of them on her OnlyFans. Now,
Crazy.
just to be fair, there have been times where Ethan has made Trisha feel uncomfortable. We're not forgetting those times, but the difference is that, for example, with the candlestick story, Ethan apologized on the podcast and looked very embarrassed about the whole thing. Meanwhile, Trisha is over here completely disregarding the fact that Ethan has expressed to her in the podcast episodes multiple times that he's not comfortable with the OnlyFans comments and the Tourette's jokes. Then Trisha keeps on pushing the narrative that Ethan is now throwing
it's like
her.
she's like, yeah, contradicting, hypocritical type stuff. It's like it's funny she'll like, you know, get on a person for being offended by some joke she cracks, but it's like, what was the whole situation with you, Jason Nash and Tana Mojo, whatever her last name is, but yeah, it's like, man was joking, you got mad, turned it into this big like, you know, like beef and stuff, and yeah, it's like you hypocritical. That's what we gonna call that.
Under the bus for saying she is anti-Semitic and calling Hila names.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I always thought we were cool, and then he kind of threw me under the bus and was like, she's anti-Semitic because I made, you know, I did a joke in private text that I shared myself. That was always our banter. Like that was my thing, and I get it, it's offensive, but like that was, I don't know. I think he was trying to make me look bad. He was trying to like, because it was a knockout, right? It was like the end of Trish and everyone.
I don't really, you know, me and my friends, I know probably people would ask me like, do I get offensive with my friends? It's more so like a level of offensive where I guess like if it were to be said to me, I would get offended. So if it's like, I would say like, I'll crack a black joke with a white friend or something, and then they just like, you know, they're kind of confused, but then it's like, oh, that's the sense of humor okay, then they start cracking jokes about white people, and then I'm like, all right, that's our sense of humor. So if we are going to be like offensive, it's just going to be a level of offensive where it's all like, they're not getting offended and I'm not getting offended. There's no reasons to get offended. That's like that. I think that's just the friendship that people need to have. It's like, say things that will, I guess, offend you. Like, does that make sense? I guess it does in a way, but like, don't make yourself cry or anything, but just like, you know, say something that, you know, that would, I guess, y'all know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, it's like, just overall, just don't be offensive to your friends, pretty much.
Like pissed at me, so it's like, let's just knock her out and be like, oh, by the way, remember when she called my wife the C word?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was saying those things to prove his point of dealing with Trisha's inappropriate comments, that she is not the only one that has received hate. A lot of people were quite upset and confused on why Trisha was fetishizing Jewish people. Trisha seems to think that Ethan tried to make her look bad. I don't know how Ethan made her look bad. I think Trisha can and has done that pretty well on her own. And she also shared that she has no regrets of all of the drama coming out. Then Trisha is asked if she and Trisha have spoken privately or everything is public, and she said that they haven't spoken in private and implied that it started as soon as Ethan posted the DMs, which is not completely true. Trisha got a lot of heat on Twitter from members who saw the episode early. Then they posted a video explaining themselves before the non-members saw the episode. After the episode aired, Ethan started tweeting a lot and shared some of their DMs trying to defend himself. Trisha also posted DMs which contained private information of the company, so I don't know what she was thinking posting this, but anyway, Trisha posted more videos.
Dang.
Ethan posted his video, and then Trisha reacted to his video, and then, well, I'm sure you guys...
And how many views did those videos get? First one almost 2 million, 703,000, almost a million, 339,000, 128,000, 65. Dang. So she made bank off of this, bro. Like, man. Anybody want to get into some beef? Like, like I just like we can shake hands afterwards and be cool, but it's like we're gonna be pulling. If the views like that can happen, I'm like, hey yo, like Ray. I mean, if you want, like, I'm down. I don't know what we can honestly beef about, like, but dang, like that's crazy.
Did his video, and then Trisha reacted to his video, and then, well, I'm sure you guys are aware of the storm that followed. Trisha says that she admits when she's wrong, but Ethan couldn't be bothered to admit his wrongdoings. Trisha, sweetie, last year when you almost drove dissociated to and caused them a lot of mental problems and threw a lot of their hate their way, you still haven't apologized for that.
Stuff.
Anyhow, Trisha also speaks about the 5%, asks where all the production costs, says Ethan's employees had their paychecks before frenemies and that they'll have them after frenemies.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if I could ever look at him in the face again, because I was like, that's just some bull-faced lies. We have a set. He just bought new cameras. That's about it. The frenemy stuff was in addition to. They were supposed to get a bonus, which I don't even know if they got the bonus because I don't know what they get, but hopefully they got some of that bonus because 5% is a lot. For what we make, it's a lot. Plus the 100% of highlights, 5%. Which he glazed over. He forgot to talk about in the video. So where's the production cost? You know what I mean? Like, let's hire a producer for me. Like,
I feel like Trisha still does not comprehend that it's not just a one-time purchase on equipment and poof, that's the only production cost. Yeah. Which is bizarre since Trisha goes out of her way to make these like amazing music projects and videos, so she's very well aware of the production process. Not to be a Trisha stan, but the music,
she probably hires somebody for all of that if we're gonna be honest.
Videos are quite well produced, so I'm just bamboozled how Trisha can't wrap it around her mind the cost of production. She mentions that Ethan didn't acknowledge that the highlights make a lot of money in his videos and that he focused on the 5% only. By the way, that is the funniest meme this past week, just saying. Then Trisha says she doesn't think that she should be in a show for too long, which shows how much she self-sabotages. Afterwards, she talks about mental health.
Just kind of always have to keep going. I don't think I'm ever supposed to be on a show for too long. Like, I'm bad with commitment.
Then Trisha continues to say that there were no contracts. I don't think
crazy.
Ethan has confirmed nor denied that yet, but it is.
It's like, my thing is like I look for stuff like that. I look to want to be like, hands down, I would love to. Ray, I'd definitely do it like a show, podcast, whatever with her. What else? But yeah, anything else, it's like, my thing is this. If I know I have some sort of like toxic like trait like that within me, I wouldn't even sign up to be on the show in the first place, because I just tell people straight up like, yeah, I'm just like, it's probably not good that I do this, because you know, I think everybody knows my record and stuff and knows that it just probably wouldn't be good to, you know, have no shows with me. So it's like, until I get the help that I need, then yeah, I think, you know, and like I said in the last video, like, you know, Trisha Paytas, you know, she just needs to step down from like content creating and just go on some like spiritual journey and things, and just, you know, transform who they are. Because yeah, it's like I honestly, like, Trisha Paytas is down bad. She is, and it's like she's been like that for years now. And it's like the longer it drags on, it's like, fam, I don't know who it is that's around this woman 24/7. This Moses man, freaking, I don't know who, but you need to help this woman before it's too late. Because I can see right now, it's like this, it's just going to get worse and worse. And it's like, she seemed like she was doing okay, but then it just like, watch, you know what? There's this movie, and I know people are going to probably think like that's an odd movie to compare this situation to, but there's this movie called Flight. Denzel Washington. Is that movie where he was flying the plane, then he pressed some buttons, twist the thing, and the plane flipped, and he was flying it up. Regardless, okay, but the man had like an issue. That man had a serious drug and alcohol issue. Now, I'm not saying that Trisha Paytas has drug and alcohol issues, but she does got something going on with her. So my thing is this, and in that movie they showed when Denzel Washington, he was doing fine, and then it got to like towards the end of the movie, because he had to go to court, because they was just like, okay, they did an investigation, they were trying to figure out like what was going on, and so he had to go to court, and right before like his court date, or the day before court, man relapsed. He went crazy. They showed his like hotel room, because he was staying in a hotel. They showed his hotel room. Man had alcohol bottles all across the ground. He was head like hanging over a toilet. Head was bleeding. Like, yeah, then it was like, then to get himself like back to normal, he had to like sniff a line of coke. And I'm like, fam, like that and honestly, to place that in terms, Trisha Paytas was, had her issues, flipped the plane upside down. It just went downhill and stuff. She was doing good, but then she relapsed. So it's like, and I think it's either gonna be a situation where it's like she's just too far gone, and then she's just like, look, I gotta own up to this because there ain't no turning back now. So, but yeah, I think that's possibly what could happen.
Really hard to believe.
I got a wild
that there wasn't
imagination,
any
guys. Don't
contract
judge
or
me.
a formal agreement. A lot of people were, however, commenting about the fact that the text messages that were exchanged between Ethan and Trisha do count as a formal contract, and they are legally binding.
People also like think they know our contracts. We didn't have a contract. There's never been one contract signed. Everyone's like, he was the producer and you are the I was like, there's no contract that says that. There's none.
Trisha also talks about that she should have expressed her frustrations earlier, but also goes on to say that Ethan shouldn't cherry pick what they can make jokes about, like her candlestick situation versus his Tourette's. Not sure how those two are put in the same category, but okay,
Yeah.
Trish.
You can't have it both ways. Like, you can't joke about Tourette's and then I do too and it's all fine. But then like you joke about like tell my mom and all, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm fine with it, but you can't just like pick and choose what's okay now. Like,
Meanwhile, Zach tells her how nice and respectful
Follow your own
Ethan was
advice.
in his video. Then Trish's like, I don't know, he lied a lot, and continues to talk about things he's quote-unquote lied about. Trisha also had the audacity to say, until someone takes full responsibility in regards to Ethan's actions in this whole situation.
right. But I mean, until someone can also take a little bit of responsibility with what happened, like, he's not completely innocent. Like, until someone can also take a little bit of responsibility with what happened, like...
Excuse me, Trish, when did you take responsibility for saying you're sorry, but then in the same video bashing Ethan and his crew? There are compilations of the 500 videos Trisha posted on the whole drama that literally show all the times where Trisha is contradicting herself. Anyway, she says that Ethan can't admit when he's wrong, and that none of the drama is fake or orchestrated.
He's not like perfect and he won't admit that, and I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Like, I admit it.
Well, it's like, has he ever said, my thing is this, you can't just place that title on somebody and be like, oh yeah, they always claim that they're he thinks he's perfect or whatever. And it's like, have I said that? If I've said that, then it's like, okay, then take me from that throne and let me know, hey, this right here, my friend, this is the real world. But if I've never said that, why would I ever, like, my thing is, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not something or say that I am something. It's like, when I'm really not. And it's like, so where is that even coming from? That's why I'm like, okay, if he said that, then it's like, okay, take him from his throne. But if he's never said that, why does he have to take accountability for something that you just said? Like, it's weird, bruh.
Yes, I was triggered. Yes, I did this. But it's like, he can't admit one thing that he did wrong.
Zach advised her that this situation should have been handled privately. Trisha
True.
agrees, but continues to say that Ethan is the one who started it. Then she talks about what made Ethan uncomfortable, and that Ethan should have told her.
Right, but because he said he's uncomfortable, I mean, we're never going to go back to that. I was like, damn, you were uncomfortable with all this stuff and didn't tell me? Like, you should have told. Because when he did tell me, he told me sometime, like 6 months after we started, like, okay, the Jewish thing is, like, annoying, the cheap thing. I was like, okay, I'm done. But now that the show's over, I also don't like that she did. It's like, that's embarrassing. Why didn't you tell me earlier, you know?
Trisha, he literally did plenty of times. And to finish it all off, the interviewer asks, so this whole thing isn't for money? Trisha says, well, I'm not making any money off of it.
I mean, it is what it is.
So none of this for money.
I mean, I'm not making any money off of it.
After that, they moved on to talk about Trisha's OnlyFans, My Chemical Romance, and David Dobrik. Finally, here are some comments. One user said, she always brings up this thing that I made fun of him for being Jewish for his Tourette's, and then immediately mentions he also called me fat. As if she didn't make fun of him for being fat as well. She's always like, he pushes. Trisha, you pushed him about his pill thing, his wife, them conceiving their child, making fun of Teddy Fresh, saying Moses doesn't like his family, saying Moses' mom isn't invited to the wedding.
I used to have Ethan. I didn't even know. I think that I didn't know it was like a part of like his, or it was him. Like, he came out with that and stuff. But it was like this, like, then that's why I got rid of it, because the glitter was like starting to come off. But it was this glitter shirt that said like love. And yeah, I like that shirt. I was like, I'm all about positivity and loving and all that stuff. And so I was like, I think this shirt would fit me and stuff. I was like, I didn't have no sneakers to go with it, but hey, I had to, make with, just make it work somehow. But yeah, I was all like, I think it's dope. That man guy, I got that at Zoomies, and so I was all like, I thought that was dope that they were selling his stuff at like stores and things. Like I'd never seen that with the YouTubers. So it's like, how can you make fun of that?
Making fun of Ethan's mental illnesses. Another user said she is clearly uncomfortable and doesn't believe the things she's saying, but will remain too defensive, and by the time she accepts how badly she screwed up, it will be far too late. Another user said she exaggerates and embellishes stories to gain attention and sympathy. She changes the narrative to fit the emotion she is seeking from the audience. She will be controversial to provoke a reaction, for example, publicly announcing her violent episodes with Jason to gain sympathy and convince her audience that she did have dissociative identity disorder, only because her alters video brought about so much criticism and negative review. The fact that Trisha still thinks that she didn't do anything wrong is mind-blowing. She keeps acting like everything is alright instead of simply apologizing, and it's really concerning, especially knowing that she's the same person who's been calling out all these YouTubers to apologize for their behavior these past months, but can't do the same now. Zach is a brilliant interviewer. He literally hit the nail on the head with the questions, respectful, tactful, yet thought-provoking, and asks the proper questions the fans want to know. Next, the whole video is on Trisha, so what else do we have, you may ask? Well, Trisha seems to be back to their trolling days. She posted a video titled Addressing Everything, which was obviously a clickbait title. Moses was also in the video, and seeing the thumbnail, looking at the title and everything that's been going on, you would think that, wait, is Trisha actually going to address something for once? And the answer is no. Trisha actually made a Q&A about her relationship with Moses, which is rich coming from her since, the whole fight started from a disagreement on a Q&A segment on Frenemies. Trisha even used some of the phrases that Ethan used.
Just asking people questions, I think, never been done. It's innovative, it's brilliant, and living our life because we need to address these burning issues to everybody. Blink twice if you need help.
She threw in a few jokes like, we're part.
I've been blinking. Okay. I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna say that. I'm done.
Partners, we split everything 45-50. Oh, I mean 50-50.
Or 55-45, whatever.
And the other joke was, I'm the production, you are the talent.
Am I the production? You're the talent.
You're the whole thing. I mean,
talent.
Honestly, we love a good Trisha troll moment, but this just seems so petty at this point. Here are some of the comments under that video. Q&A is innovated. Troll Trish coming in hot. Q&As are what creators do when they have no ideas left. Trisha has total mental breakdown and quits frenemies over a Q&A. Also, Trisha does a Q&A to prove she still has Moses. But then one user said, people who don't understand Trisha is trolling by doing a Q&A, clown emoji. For people who want to see if she's taking any accountability, she's not. She's just trying to flaunt she's still with Moses, also still trying to be sarcastic and shady about the frenemies beef. No need to watch it, reusable content. Also, some people have dug up moments where Trisha says that she hates Moses' cats, and people think that she made him get rid of them.
Moses is 42. He doesn't even like cats.
Dude,
he doesn't even want his cats because he's like,
down,
they ruin his Like, the fact that you guys are
Moses doesn't
that.
want his cats?
You're the reason we keep having to come home. You're the reason my mans keep trying to leave in the day. We could be out having pina coladas by the pool, but we gotta come home and visit these.
It's like, fam, I just, that's crazy. It's like, I don't think I would, if I ever like, met a girl and she had like cats, whatever. My thing is like, I don't do spiders. I'm like, so yeah, she got like a full on like Australian tarantula sitting in her bedroom. That thing's just like, oh yeah, I'd like to let out the cage. I'm like, well, not while I'm here. Like, in fact, I would like for you to put that outside while I'm in the house. Then watch, I can see right now, she like, oh, I'm gonna go outside and feed my tarantula. And then she been like, the thing's gone, I don't know where it's at. I'm like, well, I gotta leave the house, so. But yeah, like cats and dogs and, you even have a freaking guinea pig or that thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger had in Kindergarten Cop. I don't care, bruh. Like, it don't matter to me, but to make a person get rid of, see, that's when I'm like, you know what, nah, because I'm like, you might be like glued to this pet and things, and I don't want to come between you and that pet, especially when I wasn't even here first. So yeah, I'm like, that's, like, now we could still be cool and stuff, but yeah, I don't think I would ever do that. Like, even if it was like a girl that had like a spider, I'm like, just don't like, you know, get it away from me. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it and things. And it's like, I ain't trying to do no exercise or I overcome my fears. I'd be a 90-something-year-old man still, you know, like, having the same level of fear I have. Like, bro, have you not seen movies like Eight-Legged Freaks? Like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Because I'm like, my thing is, like, you'll give that spider something. This thing done got big. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that in my life. So, I'm good. I'm like, I don't need that. But anyways, yeah, some cats, I'm like, nah, keep your cats. Dude, I'm like, I would try to befriend the cats. If they don't like me, then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stand in the corner the whole time. I'm like at your place and stuff. But, and I definitely wouldn't, like, if, like, let's say if I had, like, a dog and she's just like, oh, I hate dogs, you're going to have to get rid of it. I'm like, I'll get rid of you. Like, you can leave my house. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting rid of my dog because you don't like dogs and stuff. No, it ain't happening, so.
What's this one's name?
Rain.
Rain, is this your favorite, right? Rain's gotta go.
Trisha seems pretty jealous
Like,
of his cats, you
yeah,
guys.
sure.
Hopefully the cats are okay. We know Moses gave Shane and Ryland one of the kittens, but then it passed away. And finally,
Oh, wow.
here is a montage of Trisha contradicting herself. Enjoy.
To just once again sit and take her.
Ethan, you've never sat and taken anything. You've never.
And I don't like hanging out with you guys, and you guys are awful, and that's it. And yeah, I said it.
But you liked me when we started.
No, I was trying to be nice and fun, but I actually don't really care that much for you.
Really? You never liked me?
Nope.
I
Fake.
can't. Oh,
You're the next to be canceled.
you're really upset.
No, I'm not.
Alright, you guys, that was it for today's
I would
video.
never
Thank
do
you
a
guys
show
so
with
much for
Trisha
watching.
Paytas.
If you liked it, please make
I would never in my life do it. All right,
sure
hold
to
on,
give
hold
it a
on.
thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week. Bye-bye.
I feel like when I said that, like, I'll never do a show with Trisha Paytas. And then what's that, like, one song that plays, like, the meme song, and then it lets, like, them credits roll and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, so I got my show with Trisha Paytas. Honestly, I'll quit. I would honestly quit content creating. Like, nah, fam, I'd rather just be a small YouTuber my whole life than to, you know, do one video, show, whatever. Unless they're like, yeah, I'll do a video with Trisha Paytas, and it'd be like a, you know, questions video. And I'm like, definitely, oh, yes. I would make sure I would ask her some of the best questions of all time. But anyways, good video as always, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Ray for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I will talk to you guys. Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe to her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Now, like, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.